Hey guys, it's Vera from Audrey and Vera, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about today because I had a pretty hectic day and it took a lot of people to sort of get through it all, specifically my husband, specifically some friends in town. And I think that this is a time when, life can be chaotic and wrenches can be thrown at us. And it's really important to accept the fact that we do not always have to be the ones to carry the full entire load. Swipe left to see your viewers. Look at all these different things that I can do now. So here's basically what's been happening. My grandmother was placed in the hospital on Friday. And, I was away. I was at Mom 2.0, so I couldn't do anything while I was there. And then Saturday, when I landed, it sort of begun. So my mom and my aunt and my cousin have been there. We all lived together. We all lived in one house until I married. They are all still together in one house. And every day we're going to the hospital. We're trying to figure out what's going on. I'm coming, straight off the plane. I'm running to the hospital to try to figure out myself what's going on. And that sort of it's been our week since Saturday, every day sort of going there quietly trying to figure out what was happening. But while I am hours away, tending to my grandmother, who is basically a second mom to me, there's so many other balls in the air that need to be played. Our children need to do after school activities. My work still needs to happen. My husband still has his things that need to happen. Life still needs to go on, even though this emergency wrench has applied itself to us. So today specifically, I have been going for about 3 hours a day. I haven't gone for more than that. Today, however, I stayed probably 10 to right now, 10 to 7, because she was moved out of the hospital to a facility, a rehab facility, and I wanted to see that through. Now, what did that mean? That meant, people had to come in and pick up my children from after school activities. My husband had to jump in and do everything on his own. He had to get Caleb to soccer, Natalie to singing, which is where she is right now. Liam is sitting here with me. Oh, thank you, Clarissa. It's all so many cogs and so many things go into play when you think about, if you break down your day into one big sort of spreadsheet. It just got me thinking, like, we do a lot as people, as moms, as women. And we couldn't do it without leaning on friends and family and husbands and important people in our lives. And I think that's okay. So I think if you ever are drowning and if you're ever overwhelmed or if there's ever an emergency, we just sort of all reached out, me and my husband, and we were like, who can pick up Natalie? Literally. We need some help here. We're double dipping. We're in, Vera's in Astoria. How can we make this work? And it worked. Everybody was able to come in and make things work. And that's what community is all about. So, Clarissa, it takes a village, 1,000%. And my husband, my mom always says it takes a village to raise a kid. And it does. And I really wish that was a little bit truer. I feel like some of that has been lost. I think growing up it was more that way, like in the 70s and the 80s. I feel like that rang a little bit true, that bell rang more true than nowadays. But today I definitely felt it, and my husband is my rock. Like, literally, I could tell him at a drop of a dime, and I did. I emailed him. I called him at like 2 o'clock from the hospital, and which is when I would usually leave. And I said, I think I want to stay until she gets into the rehab today. And I know that means a lot of trouble, because I knew what Wednesdays are for us. It's like the most craziest day on our schedule. And he said, go ahead, we'll figure it out. Like, don't, I got this. And he is that way for me every single time. He is truly that man. And so don't feel that everything has to be on your shoulders. The mom hustle is hard and it's overwhelming, and it's every single day of our lives. It never turns off. But that's when you turn to your right and to your left and say, who can help me? Who will come in and make this load just a little bit easier? So I just wanted to really almost make this video to say thank you to everybody who has been jumping in and supporting my whole family this week. All the kind words online and offline just coming in and helping what we're doing here. It's been really a beautiful thing. And, you know, thank you to my husband for always, since the day I met him, for always being there. And that I could almost start crying thinking of it, but it's true. I mean, he's really the best thing that has ever happened to me. So the mom hustle is something that we all understand, and I'm going to bed. It's 7:14, and I'm going to bed. As soon as Natalie comes home and I can give her a kiss, I'm calling it. So if you had a mom hustle today, let us know in the comments, and until next time.